Tonight, we're learning the Spokane emergency alert system was hacked, how officials are responding, and what it means for you.
More clouds in the forecast, but we are talking an eventual change that brings about sun and maybe a chance of snow.
Plus, excitement is building ahead of Sunday's NFC Championship. We'll introduce you to some 12s cheering on the Seahawks from deep inside enemy territory. Good evening and thank you for joining us for KREM 2 News. I'm Sydney Schofield. Tonight we're learning hackers targeted Spokane County's emergency management alert system. Now county officials are working to figure out what's next. KREM 2's Connor McAvoy explains what we know tonight.
I'm hoping to be back in front of you with a new contract before the end of February.
Spokane County Emergency Management Deputy Director Chandra Fox gave an update during Tuesday's County Commissioner meeting about a new public warning notification system. Fox explained during the meeting the county's previous management alert system, Alert Spokane, was hacked and later destroyed. Alert Spokane's in charge of sending notices for public safety issues like wildfires, evacuations, and shelter-in-place orders. Fox didn't go into specifics about the hack or the timeline leading up to now, but said the reaction to it by the company in charge of the system, Crisis 24, wasn't acceptable.
Instead of repairing the existing platform, they wanted to shove all existing clients onto their new platform, which we have been telling them for the last 18 months that did not meet our needs.
Those unmet needs, Fox says, includes mapping technology similar to what Spokane Regional Emergency Communications, or SHREC, has developed to make it easier to effectively communicate emergency updates to the public. She says the estimated cost for the new system meets within the county's budget at around $120,000. If you go on the county's website, you'll find this posting that explains Spokane County is currently using what's known as the Federal Integrated Public Alert and Warning System to launch alerts while a new program gets selected. Fox said it's down to 2 possible candidates for a new push alert system for Spokane County. Those contracts she estimates being presented to county commissioners at the end of February. Once the selection is made and it gets implemented, there will be a public education press conference to tell the community how it'll work for them moving forward, and nothing will change in dispatchers' response times for emergencies.
We have always trained all of our dispatchers, both fire and law, SHREC and city dispatchers, on the use of the system, and that's just simply going to continue.
We reached out to Fox for comment on the matter. We're still waiting to hear back. Connor McAvoy, KREM 2 News.
All right, let's switch gears and talk the forecast with Chief Meteorologist Jeremy Legoo, who's in the Outdoor Weather Center, and it's another chilly night out there, Jeremy.
Yeah, it's definitely not balmy out here right now. Temperatures sit in the 20s, but that's about where they've been for the past 48 hours. We really haven't moved much. A few degrees has been it, seriously, for days on end. Tomorrow, another cloudy one for much of the inland northwest, but by late Thursday, we're going to get this shift in the weather pattern. Notice Thursday afternoon, tons of clouds, but right before the sun goes down, we should catch a couple of breaks in those clouds, and by Friday, we may very well wind up seeing a little bit of sunshine. Maybe. Probably, though. Tomorrow looks a lot like the past few days. Cloudy, low clouds at times, temperatures hang out in the 20s for most of it. Thursday, we will see a break in the clouds, but not until late in the day, so I wouldn't really count on seeing sunshine. Friday's interesting because I think Friday winds up our best chance of seeing the sun in a very long time, and maybe our best chance of seeing the sun for a while. So let's all look forward to Friday.
Jeremy, thank you. It's time for your Night Beat with a quick look at today's top stories.
Wood?
Yes.
Evans?
Yes.
Very well, Dan Scheckler is confirmed. Okay. Come on down.
So you heard it there. Coeur d'Alene City Council welcomed their newest member just hours ago. Attorney Dan Scheckler will fill Council Seat 3. It was left vacant when Dan Gukin was sworn in as mayor earlier this month. Scheckler will serve the residents of Coeur d'Alene in that role for the next 2 years.
That I will support the Constitution of the United States.
That I will support the Constitution of the United States.
The Constitution and laws of the state of Idaho.
The Constitution and laws of the state of Idaho.
And the ordinances of the city of Coeur d'Alene.
And the ordinances of the city of Coeur d'Alene.
Now, Mayor Gukin selected Scheckler out of a pool of 23 applicants. Gukin says Scheckler brings in, quote, the right experience and fresh perspective. We're learning new details tonight about a fire from over the weekend. The Spokane Valley Fire Department responded to a house fire east of Broadway Avenue. Fire crews were dispatched after multiple 911 calls reporting flames as high as 20 to 30 feet. We now know crews arrived to see the carport in flames, which extended to the home and attic. Everyone was safely evacuated. Firefighters were able to get the fire under control within just 15 minutes. Investigators believe the fire started at the back of the attached carport, spread to a parked vehicle, and then extended into the home. Well, just days after a double-decker bus crashed into the train bridge at Cedar in downtown Spokane, another vehicle got stuck under a train bridge just a block away. Today in downtown Spokane, a truck managed to make its way halfway through the viaduct near Stevens Street. Crews deflated the tires to pull the truck out from under that railroad bridge. No one was hurt in this crash. Police chiefs throughout the Silver Valley are publicly expressing a formal vote of no confidence in the newly appointed Shoshone County Sheriff. 3 police chiefs in the Silver Valley lay out 3 main reasons for their vote of no confidence: lack of communication between all parties involved, lack of administrative and budgeting experience, and concerns around decision making, which they believe undermines effective collaboration between the city and county. In a phone call today, Sheriff Eddy said the admin that resigned all did so before he took office, except for Captain Green, and he went on to say this, quote, "This reaction is what happens when you break up the good old boys system," end quote. The West Bonner County School District will pay its former superintendent more than $67,000 in lost wages, damages, and attorney fees. That's according to settlement documents obtained by KREM 2. Brandon Durst filed the lawsuit in February of 2024, claiming wrongful termination, breach of contract, and loss of wages. Durst claimed that the district misrepresented a letter he sent as a resignation. The district argued that Durst didn't resign, but rather was terminated because he was not certified for the job. That's it for your Night Beat. For more on any of these stories, just head to our website, KREM.com. Coming up after the break, how a missing Washington man is now the inspiration behind a newly proposed state law, what advocates hope will change in Olympia. And we take a look at President Trump's first anniversary of his second term in office as tensions rise between him and European leaders over Greenland.